improve on the court and get ready for the winter? How do they properly balance that? That is a phenomenal question. So I'm gonna let these two tackle first because I could maybe write a dissertation on this thing. So
I'll let the golfer go first.
Ooh, see, I played golf in high school, and golf actually helped my basketball game because I played so poorly on the course that I always wanted to go do something I was really good at. So then I would go play basketball. But I don't want you to think that you need to put in 2 or 3 hours every night. That's just not the case, you know. So we were talking to the kids in Florence yesterday, and what did we say? 25 minutes a day. I mean, 20 minutes a day. There's ball handling stuff you can do in your room, in your garage. You know what I mean? There's so many different things you can do to improve your own game that don't even take a basket. You know, don't even take a hoop, and it doesn't take 2 or 3 hours for sure. So I would say learning those drills that you can do on your own in a short amount of time and just being really efficient with your work. You know, going in and you can get a ton of shots up in 15 minutes if you work your butt off. You know, you can get a lot accomplished if you're not just going in there and talking. And so if you're serious about wanting to continue to play and continue to work, even though you got a lot of stuff going on, you can be really efficient. And I got a ton of things I can show you right now, you know.
Yeah, and I would touch on that too, you know, with a lot of programs, football programs. I'm sure you guys are still lifting in the regular season. So it goes the same thing with basketball. Obviously, you're not going to go in and try to personal record your bench press and your squat on a game day. But the day before, the day after, you can go in and, like Coach said, you can get 20 minutes of just some really good light shooting work, some other things. You can go the ball handling 3 to 5 minutes. All that is going to be great for you rather than, you know, taking 2 weeks off. Man, the basketball feels like a lost object. Yeah, you know, when you take off 2 weeks and you lose a lot. It's the same thing with lifting, same thing with other stuff that you do. If you take 2 weeks off, I mean, it takes you back, I don't know, probably about a week, who knows. I don't know if there's ever been an actual study on it.
We'll do one. We'll do one.
So,
well, I think basketball is a repetitive skill sport. So anything that requires skill requires repetition in order to be really good at it. And so to me, as a high school coach, I always said the most important time for my kids to get ready for the season actually was the 2 months prior to the start of the season. You can work your rear end off all summer long and shoot 20,000 shots, but if I take the next 2.5 months off, I've flushed all 20,000 shots down the toilet. So if you're in a fall sport, your sport that you're participating in has to come first. But I think that if I'm a cross-country runner or a football athlete or a volleyball player, I have to be able to find at least twice a week where I can get into the gym for 20 to 25 minutes and just get repetition of. So repetition of shots, repetition of ball handling, because those are the skill things. Those are the skill things. I don't think you need to, matter of fact, if you're playing a fall sport, you should be jacking around playing 5-on-5 in the court, in the gym with a bunch of friends and all that kind of stuff. You need repetition. And so set a goal every week, you know, whether it be I'm going to get 300 shots up or whether it's going to be I'm going to get 150 makes in. It doesn't have to be high volume, but what you need to do is to be able to maintain the skills that you created over the summer. And so your focus, if you're in a fall sport, is not necessarily maybe how you can enhance it, but how can you just maintain it. Now, if you're not in a fall sport, your rear end needs to be working, and it needs to be working really hard. There's no reason for you to be sitting on the couch. I just seen a deal on TV the other day that people are hiring coaches for Fortnite, for crying out loud. And one of my good buddies, who's a head coach up at Minneapolis North, said put out a great quote yesterday on his Facebook page, and he said something about to the effect of the winter time, this winter when basketball season starts, nobody's going to care how good you are at Fortnite. So trust me, if that's your main